Well, here we are, the first episode of a new series on Biggsie's Garage called Stuff. And I am really excited to share with you some information about a particular product that I learned about just a little while ago. If you've watched any of my episodes before at the first year of Biggssie's Garage, you know I have a thing about tool organization. There are two methods of tool organization that I found. One is kind of the cluster method. And while some people may look inside a drawer that you open up, and there's all sorts of tools in that drawer, one thing you'll notice is that drawer is just that particular type of tool. So maybe metric sockets or screwdrivers, or even you can partition it down. But the cool thing about that system, the cluster method, is that you can fit a whole lot more tools in that drawer. The thing I don't like about the cluster method is that you spend a long time trying to find that right tool. Well, the other method is called the shadowing effect. And sometimes you may have seen this with people who have pegboards. They'll put a shadow or a piece of vinyl behind like the saw. And so when the saw is gone, you see this outline or this shadow of the saw. If you remember the episode where I showed you the Kaizen foam, where you have to cut out the shape and you pluck out the stuff and you've laid it all out. And I tried a method where I spray painted the template and cut it out. It got kind of messy. And this worked out pretty good, but you know, it's still a little bit of rough spots and everything like that on there. It's kind of cool though, but to do sockets and things like that, it gets really, really time consuming. And besides that, cutting circles and foam is really, really hard. So if you remember the other episode that I did where I did my socket drawers, and I laid out holes on a piece of plywood and I stuck the 1/4-inch dowel in there, and it took me forever. It blew out the back, and it took such a long time to do this that I gave up on the SAE one. Kind of a cool idea. It kept everything there except that wood swells. And so when wood swells and you've got a 1/4-inch socket on a 1/4-inch piece of wood dowel, when you go to pull that socket out, there's a piece of dowel still sticking at the end of that socket. So this kind of didn't work very well either. So what is it that I want to share with you? Trace My Space is a company that's a little bit like me. Well, actually kind of a lot of it like me. They like organization. The cool thing about Trace My Space is that there are 3 easy steps. So anybody can do this and have an organized tool space in their garage. First of all, what you've got to do is you've got to pick out the drawer that you want to organize, or the drawers in my case. So I'm going to show you an example of what I did earlier with my screwdriver drawer. What we have here in this drawer right now is an example of clustering. If you take a look inside the drawer, you'll see that it's nothing but screwdrivers of various types. You know, we've got the slotted screwdriver, we have the Phillips, we have the Torx. So it's a drawer for screwdrivers. And as far as organization goes, this would work fine. But again, I want to do something unique. I want things to be displayed a little bit better and easier to find. So we're going to organize this drawer of how I want my insert from Trace My Space to be cut. Let's do that right now. how I've done this is I've laid it out. I've purposely left a little bit of a space here because something really cool that Dale over at Trace My Space said that I can do in that spot, and we'll show you when we show you the inserts. But this is generally how I outlined my drawer. The next thing I have to do is I need to put quarters in the corners. Those quarters help their software line up and scale that drawer to as close as possible, because they know the diameter. They can be able to get in there and get really, really close on their tracing of the tools that you've put in your drawer. So now that you've taken your drawer and you've laid out your tools the way you want it, you've put the quarters in the corner and you've put it on the floor and you stood 4 feet up off your drawer, took the picture, that's when you now take that picture and put it on your computer so that you can upload it to the tracemyspace.com website. And on there they have an easy to follow instructions and form for you to submit your pictures. In fact, it'll take you step by step by step. The other bit of information that they're going to want to know is the length and the depth of your drawer. They will send you back a proof showing you your picture and showing you their lines that they have traced for your tools for your verification. Now, if there's any adjustments that need to be done, or you want them to space it out a little bit different or a little tighter, because like with me, when I moved it from here down to the floor to take a picture, things shuffled a little bit. And so I was able to have them go in and move things a little bit, straighten things up so there was more in line with what I wanted. When I got back some of their PDFs of my screwdrivers, I got my calipers out and I measured how big things were. I measured the length and everything like that, and I lined it up with the tracings that they gave me, and they were spot on. They were really, really good. And so you really don't have to worry about it not fitting your tool. Now, if you are a creative and have access to a vector type software such as CorelDRAW or Adobe Illustrator like I do, you can go in there and you can create your own patterns, your own layouts and things like that. Or you can also have them etch into the foam the size of that tool, which you will see. In fact, you know what? It arrived today. This is the package for 6 drawers. All right, here's the moment of truth. As you can tell, still taped up. I have not removed anything or opened it previously. So let's get it open. All right, I can't wait. I've seen pictures, and if you go to Trace My Space's Instagram page, you will see what you're going to see here as well. I would suggest that if you get a chance to actually go and pay them a visit on Instagram and Facebook and see what they can do. And if you stick around to the end of my episode here, they've also given each of you a 10% discount on anything that you have them do for them or for you. They will give you a 10% discount by using my code. I can already see one of them. Let's check this thing out. Oh, as the boys over at Goon Squad would say, is dang son. This is cool. So here is the screwdrivers. So that's the drawer I have out. And they also kept in there the blanks. So that's my screwdriver, a really big one. Oh, I forgot to mention, when you're going through the ordering process, you can decide if you want it, what color. They have a couple colors. They have red and blue and then black. as your backdrop color, or nothing. So if you don't want to have a bottom piece of foam, you can elect to have that. Let's get all these centers out. How cool is that? Now if you can see here, they did the Biggsie's Garage logo up there. Isn't that cool? And then what I did is I created these little logos for the type of screwdrivers. So here's my Phillips, my Torx, and my slotted screwdrivers. And then inside, in the blue part, I gave them what sizes each of these were, so they were able to then engrave in the bottom piece the size of that screwdriver. I dare say it came out really, really cool. Let's get the tools out. I'll put the drawer back into the tool chest, and with the insert in it, oh wow, that fit in there really, really well. Got my logo there, and then it says screwdrivers right across there for the drawer. So let's get this in the tool chest. All right, you want to take a look? This is really cool. All right, check it out. There is my screwdriver drawer. That is cool. I am so excited. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the rest of the drawers and then show you what those drawers look like when we're done. Hang tight.
I need you to stay right there. I'm coming right away, my dear. I tried this, tried that, tried everything. Coming right back, won't you wait for me? I need you to stay right there. I'm coming right away, my dear.
So here we go. The end of the video. What do I think of Trace My Space? Now, with the fact that they are the sponsor of this episode, does not take into play my response. And my response is their product is on point. The quality is definitely there. They respond to you quickly. They send you proofs before they do any kind of cutting, and they accept your input on any changes you may want to make, as well as if they see something that may make your drawer space better, they talk to you about it and let you know about it before anything is ever done, and they ship quickly. Plus, they've given you, my viewers, a code that you can use when you place your first order, or any order. If you use Biggsie 10, you will get a discount of 10% on your order. Well, we're at that point in the show where I say, see you later. But before I do, I would like to ask you to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification button to be notified whenever a new episode comes out. Also, if you'd like to support Biggsie's Garage in some form or fashion, you can always visit our Teespring account where you can pick yourself up some really cool looking merch, and all the proceeds go to help the Biggsie's Garage programming. Also, share us with your friends and make comments. Give us thumbs up and thumbs down, and be sure you tell us in the comments why you gave us that thumbs up or that thumbs down. It really helps me be able to figure out how to perfect what I show you in these episodes. Until next time, we will see you later. Send it off to them, and the next thing that will happen is once they've traced the shape of your tools for your drawers, they will then send you back a PDF.
That's supposed to go from the floor. That's supposed to go from the floor to the wall.